Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Rock Cloud. Today, I have some interesting information for you guys. Um, with everything that is going on within the news media and around us every day, it's almost hard to dissect and adjust to what's really been played out on a massive scale, especially with the deception, around every corner we look at within the news media. We already deal with things on a day-to-day basis. Um, you know, the world is, infiltrated by dark forces that do not want you to wake up. They do, they want to stop your ascension, and they have been trying to. Nothing at this point can be stopped as far as your ascension timeline. Earth is still governed by source, no matter what. And we live in this dualistic world to learn from. Earth is still a school for the souls to evolve and return back um, to these higher realms where we will continue to grow and learn and experience. Um, it's continuous. It would never end because the soul is powerful. And that's one thing that we really need to realize is not one individual particular person that will ever be champion over anyone or anything. We are all in this together. And what the dark forces have been trying to do is become God, the soul God, over anything that they encounter outside of themselves because they love control. They invert the organic God source creation. They go against the laws of creation. And it's the sole reason why we are experiencing, duality. Duality in itself is not a bad thing. And the reason why I say that is because we are just that powerful, but we have forgotten who we are. And the archons and the reptilians and the fallen angelic human line that side with the dark forces, they want to keep it that way because they see this as a playground for them to rule and dictate and control. They do not like the organic time that Source had created for all souls to experience. They don't like it. They can't stand the light. And I think what has happened is they have forgotten because they have fallen so far into the negative polarity that they pretty much forgotten who they are. And so we are sent down here to remind them, to wake them up and show them that they do have light. The light that they carry is dim. And they do not, it's pretty much their higher self that they have closed off. They have this light within them, but it is dim. It's because they do not walk with that light that's inside of them. They walk away from it. And it is a part of their higher conscience, and they don't believe in that. So let me get into some of the things that are playing out right now so that we can understand what's going on, because the news media will not come forth with what's going on. It is still controlled by the cabal. It is still controlled by the Luciferians. And like I said before, this is red and blue and all that is with that. as far as symbolism. And it's just so much control that they want to keep mankind in a state of ignorance. So let me get into some of these white hat notes. Okay, white hat Trump versus black hat Trump. I talked about this previously in other videos, how there is two Trumps. Guys, you're gonna have to take a deeper look. This is a two-way mirror of disclosure. We've already declared it's two Trumps. One is used by Dark Fleet, and the other one is used by the white hat military. This is the one I met with. I talked about this Trump that I met with, and pretty much, the white hats have been guarding these stargates. And guys, when you get a chance, go look at these short videos that I've been recently uploading. You'll see this one big planet out there, and it'll come in front of the sun. So the sun is going to cast this shadow. I do not know for a fact that this is a Nibiru. So, but you can go there, look at the videos, these short clips that I made, and you determine what it is, because you guys are a part of this puzzle that we all are having to piece together. Okay, yeah, so the Trump that I met a while ago, I already talked about. I want people to understand exactly what is being played out on Earth, because it's a level of deception that people have no idea what is going on. So people can't even wrap this around their head of this deception that is going on, on a worldwide global scale, because it's not just here in America, it's worldwide with these wars that are going on. Let me just lay out the ground of what's going on from behind the scenes. Let's talk about the players from dark to light, or bad guys or good guys. However you want to fit that in. People will say, negative and positive, but it's whatever. However you want to play that out. The dark forces at the top are so threatened by mankind's awakening process, they are losing control over their ability to stop your ascension process. So the drama that is being played out by the negative Anunnaki is top-down drama, and all it is drama. Because like I said, when you look at how powerful we are on a spiritual level, that we travel outside the body and we do other work in other timelines, and then we merge positive timelines and these probabilities for our own best outcome. As long as we know what's going on, we can participate on a spiritual level, and we dictate and manifest our own reality. They do not want you knowing that at all, because what they put out for us to see is a role that they want us to buy into. So this is why we're here, for mankind to understand that we are always in control at any given time. It's how we participate will determine either dark timelines or light timelines. But as a collective consciousness, we work on a spiritual, like a team worldwide. All souls here is what I consider star seeds, or light workers, or light warriors. But most of them don't understand just how powerful they really are. As long as we're walking with that power and that understanding, we can do something with that. So the drama that is being played out by the negative Anunnaki is top-down drama. Anunnaki Luciferian group, ICE. This is the same Nazi organization that fled to Antarctica, that ice cold region, to plan and organize the takeover of America, then the world. They are called ICE for a reason. The fake Trump or Lucifer follower poster boy is not the real Trump. ICE is not just taking immigrants. They are targeting people with special interests. And if you look at it and study it, how the Nazi worked, they will have you back in that day. They will have people in that at that time thinking that they were actually doing something good, but behind the scenes they were doing something far more sinister with the reptilians. And some of the Greys were there as well, and was told not to touch the Aryans, the blonde hair, blue eyes. Okay, they are targeting people with special interests, including people born in America, and pose a threat to their Nazi organization. Governor Gavin and the mayor, I think her name is Karen. I don't remember her name. I think it's Karen. I don't really watch these people. The only time I watch certain channels is when I am called to dissect information from the media and put this in a perspective that everybody can understand. Because the news media hide what they're basically being told to go by a script to keep everybody here in a state of ignorance. They're fooling the American people. They are in fact working with ICE from behind the scenes. They are both reptiles and hold no democracy bone in their body. None of these people, Gavin and that mayor, Karen, whatever her name is, they don't hold democracy. They don't honor democracy. It's fake. It's false. And that's what these particular reptilians do. They lie, cheat, and steal their way to the top, all to control and manipulate and deceive humanity. It's all deception on their part. They are definitely working with the Nazi organization ICE. You can consider them both on FEMA camp organizations. Consider these guys. ICE is like troops for FEMA camps. You guys hear about how they are taking immigrants, holding them in specific places, just how FEMA had planned for people, the American people. And that's all it is. And this is why the positive Trump wanted to demolish FEMA, because the white hats, we already knew, just with the white hat hackers, these military people, they can hack information worldwide and find out exactly what are their plans. Even the information that was stored on Mars and in the moon, all of that information can be hacked. You guys know how I worked and I'll jump to like certain timelines, and I'll go and pass messages. So we know how to infiltrate certain organizations, and my comrades know this. This is how we work. This is how we've been working as super soldiers to help humanity out, and we work from behind the scenes. Not all of these people are they're not being returned. So when ICE take people, they would return people to their countries that don't need them. For the ones that they don't need, they just simply return them. They're not useful. But let me get into the ones that are useful. They are being strategically harbored into FEMA camps, safe houses for DNA abstraction. So they go into these safe houses, uh, these locations that are really hard to find, and they're not kept there for a long time. They are kept there for a reason, for DNA abstraction, for whatever these Nazi got planned. They do steal DNA. They take DNA and they use it for many things. They are scanned for organ harvesting or sex trafficking. They could be potential candidates for 20 and back slavery for Nazi SSP programs. And this is true. The Nazis are desperate for these programs, and there are many programs that are out there that they get funneled into in these the negative Nazi organizations. But let me also add too, because I did not put these in the notes. There are positive um, Germans here too, Nazi Germans that work as white hats as well. So I want to put that out there too. I got to give you guys both sides. And some of these particular Nazis are helping mankind fight against these Anunnakis that want to control and dictate how we should be ran here on Earth. Okay, so it's just like the ones that Tony Rodriguez talked about. This is the kind of stuff that is definitely still going on. Okay, now let's talk about the real Trump. White hat Trump is not in the public eye. And we talked about this. This white hat Trump is not in the public eye at all. He's working from behind the scenes. He cannot. It's just too dangerous for him to be out and operating. So this dark fleet controlled Luciferian Trump is more in the public eye. It is the one that had been doing these executive orders to implement ICE Nazi agenda. Okay, white hat Trump. Okay, let me find my spot. White hat Trump is not in the public eye. I've already explained why it could be extremely dangerous for him. White hat Trump is used by the white hat military. And so the white hat Trump has been working with the white hat military and have deployed the white hat military to combat a lot of the ICE organizations that are strategically running on American soil against humanity. White Hat Trump is using the white hat military against ICE organizations to protect and remove all of these threats against humanity. The fake news media are owned and operated by a deep state. So I'm asking everyone to take a step back and look at this with knowledge that you already have. So you already have this knowledge that we have been painting for you guys, and now can see how things are being played out. You know about these two Trumps. You know about, so the news media don't really care. Dark Fleet don't care that people know about this Trump as far as what he's been doing. You know, as far as these executive orders. Um, they don't care that he is being painted as the bad guy. Because once they are done with him, they have no more use for him, okay? All while they know that there is a positive Trump that is working on behalf of humanity, but he has to do this from behind the scene because it is extremely dangerous for him to operate out in open because they will just eliminate him and keep using this fake Trump to do things. But as long as we have a real president that is working with the military, the positive military, they can take orders to help mankind fight this dark force. Okay, yeah. So the fake news media are owned and operated by deep state. So you guys know that they use Joe Biden for some time before he started glitching, okay, or his health started to take a dive, and then they had to replace him with a robot because a lot of the clones that they were using for Joe Biden just could not sustain, and they kept having problems with these clones. So they started using these robots, these androids that I talked about over a year ago, that they will be so advanced that you're not going to understand what you're looking at. You're going to think that you're looking at the real person when it is not. I think China and Japan got some of the most advanced human-looking robots out there, but America also have some of the most advanced robots and androids out here as well. So yeah, the fake Joe Biden, he was used to carry out their agendas. Obama was threatened by reptilian George Bush that if he didn't play ball, he would be replaced as well. So when all of these presidents that are born into these bloodlines, they do have free will, um, but they are also threatened at some point that if they rear off of these negative agendas, that they can be replaced. They all are threatened at that level. And these are how the dark fuckers are. They have always worked. You know, they have a role to go by, and they stick to that role. Um, it was the New World Order, and then now a golden age. So the cabal had always talked about the New World Order, and then when they couldn't get that done, they had to call in the fallen angelic human lines, these Atlanteans. Um, they have a golden age, and They go by this because they want to create a utopia Earth. I talked about. Hitler talked about a utopia Earth. Um, but that is the Luciferian agenda. They want a utopia Earth where there's more transhumanism. There is high technology, and then mankind is still depleted and controlled by them. Upper class, but this is the fallen angelic human line, not the fallen angelics, but the fallen angelic human line. This is the line that look more human and but have reptilian. It's fallen because it have reptilian genetics in it. They look human. They You would consider them the Atlanteans, the Nordic looking people, the Aryans. That's their Luciferian belief system. And their god is Lucifer, the beautiful fallen angel that got cast out of heaven or the upper realms for wanting to be the god. So Governor Gavin is trying to do everything he can to remove the White House, the white hat military, so ICE can continue to kidnap people and bring them under Nazi control. The Nazis need a slave force, and feeding the reptilians will be a task. So not only do they need a slave force, but they need to supply the reptilians with humans to be devoured, because humans are like a food source to these reptilians, and so are many other ET races. But they like humans over any ET race. They also have, work like drug dealers too. You know, the adrenal. I'm not gonna say the whole word because I don't want to be flagged by these fuckers here on, the agents behind the scenes. So they need that. They need that steady supply because they use that, to get what they want from other ET races that also use the adrenal. Our Solar Warden and Galactic Brothers protect outside interference, while Earth Alliance and the White Hat military combat the negative organizations here on Earth. The war you're seeing played out across the globe. This is negative and positive fighting. The good guys are going to win. You guys already know that. No matter how dark it may seem, light will always prevail over darkness. Always. The light warriors and light workers, aka incarnated starseeds, will complete the mission to liberate Earth. Guys, if you choose to watch the drama, do it with love and compassion, keeping your frequency high so that the dark forces can't feed. Because within this inverted matrix system that they have over the organic matrix system that God's source created, it needs negative energy. It needs dark matter to feed this system. But if we continue to hold that love and compassion for each and every one here, no matter what is being shown in the media, then we vibrate the earth and everyone around us, and they continue to lose control over what is going on. So yeah, hold that love and compassion for each and every one here. Like I said, guys, the governor and the mayor of Los Angeles, um, they are working with ICE organization. Do not believe this Gavin character that is coming on camera, trying to paint Trump as being a bad guy. There are two Trumps. This negative Luciferian Trump also, in the beginning, signed these executive orders for ICE to be operating here on American soil to do these Nazi operations and dark agendas from behind the scenes. So what you're seeing is that ICE is a Nazi organization. They are kidnapping people. They are organ harvesting. They are DNA abstraction. And they could be taking people into 20 and back, the slave colonies. And a lot of these people that are being taken, for the ones that they can't use, they will be returned, because they got to return some of these people, because it would pretty much be suspicious that they take people and then don't return them. That would be easily found out. So they're taking the ones that they don't need, that they take them back to their country, or a lot of times they're dropping them off in other places that they did not come from. But the main goal is to keep that a secret, what they're doing on a more sinister scale. Like I said, they could be going into the 20 and back. Females are, going into to the sex industry off planet, because other ET races, they want that, and you guys, from the SSP, you guys know about this stuff. So it's hard to explain this to people here on Earth. A lot of times they stay ignorant on purpose. No matter how much you try to work with them, they just refuse to wake up and then take responsibility for their own spiritual growth. But be the first to say that, oh, I believe in God. Well, there's a lot more to believe. This planet need people to wake up and see exactly what's going on. The light workers and light warriors, when we incarnate, we are already up against an uphill battle, and we enter in relationships or in families that weak souls are gonna also incarnate, and they will be implanted to, at some point, wake up for the dark side and then begin to move against us, just to slow us down or to throw us off. Well, there will be no throwing me down. There will be no slowing me down. I'm not going to be thrown off course, regardless of who I encounter, whether it be in a relationship or anything. So I will complete my mission here. And I want to tell you guys, if you are in a relationship with people and that refuse to wake up, break these soul contracts so that you don't incarnate with these people again. Because they, at some point, if they are working for the dark side, when they pass on, they go right back to the dark side. They go right back because of the karma that they have. And this is why I tell people, in the beginning, Eve listened to the serpent. Okay, she doomed a lot of the females here on Earth. And this is why men and women are fighting against each other, because you can't speak to someone that has already been listening to the serpent. You can't speak to him. But not all females are that naive to listen to serpents. They listen to their higher conscious. Same thing with men. Uh, we listen to our higher conscious. Do some of the guys listen to the serpent? Of course. We can see this. Okay, but we are being put against each other. This is why family units are being broken apart. This is why people choose to play victim, and they are hard-headed. You can't tell them anything. But this is all to bring chaos and to bring down your spiritual side. Do not fall for it. If you have someone in your life that refuse to wake up, refuse to be with the love and light, get them the hell out of your life. Do not give them your energy, and do not allow them to play that victim mentality over you, because they will go to certain people that they can play this role of victimhood with, all just to paint a picture to make you look bad. So, and we know misery love company, and they will never be happy. Even if you move on with your life and you find somebody unique and special, and you're finally happy, well, the next person, because they need that negative energy, they will continue to play that role out with the next person. It may take a while because they need to infiltrate that person's mind. They need to gather as much information on this person to use against them. This is why I tell my friends and comrades, don't give people any information to use against you. And my friends and comrades know what I've already talked about. Don't give anyone information that can be used against you or me. Let them stay in that dumbed down sheep state of ignorance. We're not going to be able to wake up everybody here. Let's just understand that first and foremost. We cannot. Okay? We are here to stay focused, stay with the mission, and do what we can. But you're not going to be able to save everyone. If they have to go back to the lower realms for the karma that they create, then allow them. That's their journey. You can't save everybody. A lot of these people go right back to these hellish realms where these reptilians reside over them. And then while they're down there, they become victims. That's when they really become victims. While up here, nobody's a victim up here, because we are all here to learn and not be tricked. We stand together. We stand together. And that's what's going on right now with the human collective. People, with these peaceful protests, you'll see all race stand together. Whites, Chinese, black, Hispanics are standing together. We are up against evil. Okay? This is what we're up against. Okay? And they want us divided. They want us divided. But for the ones that are working within your family or within your workplace to try to bring down your energy, especially the ones that's in your family. We never mind the ones that are within the workplace. They really can't get to us, not unless we allow them. But the ones that are always around us 24/7, those are the ones that you really have to worry about. Those are the ones that if you feel like they are working with the dark forces, do not give them your energy. Okay? Do not give them your energy. So, and I want to leave on that note. I love, honor, and respect all of you guys. Have a good day.